Now to the biggest story from Africa. The president of Chad has died. The news has come a day after he was declared the winner of the presidential election. The country's army says he was killed on the battlefield fighting rebel forces. The president's son has been named the interim leader, but rebel groups have rejected this appointment. And as I speak, they're headed towards Chad's capital to take control, they say. An exodus has begun. Thousands are fleeing for safety. America and France, two countries that are currently involved in anti-terror operations in Chad, are bracing for an onslaught.
The president of Chad is no more. Idriss Deby died from wounds sustained in battle against rebels in the north. The 68-year-old career military man had ruled Chad with an iron fist since 1990. He was a key ally of the West in its anti-jihadist campaign in Western Africa. His death has now opened a period of uncertainty for the country. Insurgents are threatening to take over the capital. The oil-rich Central African nation could soon witness a violent battle for control.
Mesdames et messieurs les diplomates, la guerre pour laquelle le maréchal a perdu sa vie.
Ladies and gentlemen, diplomats, the war for which the Marshal has lost his life is not over. The security situation remains highly serious given the persistence and magnitude of the terrorist threat.
Chad's Transitional Military Council has named the deceased president's son, 37-year-old Mahamat Idriss Deby, as the country's interim leader. The military promises to hand over power to a civilian government by holding free and fair elections within 18 months.
Les forces de défense et de sécurité ne cherchent nullement.
The defense and security forces are not seeking to seize power. We would like to reassure that the members of the Transitional Military Council will hand over power to a civilian government after free and democratic elections within 18 months.
But the Front for Change and Concord, the leading rebel group in Chad, has rejected the military transition, vowing to march on the country's capital. In a statement, the rebels have stated Chad is not a monarchy. There can be no dynastic revolution of power in the country. The rebels are yet to reach the capital, N'Djamena. But people are worried about the prospect of fighting. They are fleeing the capital by the thousands.
May he rest in peace. We've known only him as country's leader. He's worked hard for the prosperity and security of the people. No one complained about their social status during their reign. Today is a difficult time for us. May he should rest in peace.
What we are waiting for is, how do we call it, the moment of transition. We don't want another military representative in power during this transition because there will be problems again. A civilian is needed.
Internationally, Chad's Western allies are alarmed. They are hoping their counter-terrorism efforts are not pushed off course.
Aujourd'hui, une transition commence dans des conditions dont nous prenons acte.
Today, a transition is starting in conditions that we are monitoring. We hope that this will take place peacefully, in a spirit of dialogue and consultations to attain a civil governance that is stable and for the military transition to be as short as possible.
In terms of what this means for the American embassy there, effective April 17th, the U.S. Embassy in Chad remains on ordered departure status. We continually adjust our posture at embassies and consulates, missions around the world in line with local security concerns and the health situation on the ground.
So far, the situation is largely under control. Chad's military says it has halted the advance of rebel forces. But there's a great deal of uncertainty around how events will unfold in the days to come. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.